Once again, it's time for the Consultant's Corner here on the Jobs Pipeline radio program. And joining me in the Radio Lounge comfy chairs, as always, is John Mitton.
It's great to be here, David. Thank you so much.
Your voice sounds a little raspy.
I have 3 grandchildren who are addicted to Mother Goose and Disney.
Storytelling.
Oh, storytelling. But I don't mind because, at MITTONMedia, we've been telling stories for, 25 years?
Well, it is an effective way to communicate a recruitment message because, after all, human nature is to tell a story.
Ever since man first sat around the campfire smoking up those dinosaur briskets, we've told stories. And the reason is because we're wired. The scientists say our brains are wired to communicate in stories.
Well, in fact, you can't make an emotional connection without some sort of background story, can you?
No. And as we talk about in our Beyond Post and Pray workshops all the time, there's so much distracted dispersion out there today. There's so many different places that you can go get your news and your entertainment and your industry information. There's a lot of digital noise out there that you have to overcome in order to get somebody's attention and sell them on the concept of what you want them to do.
So the important factor here is that you have to come up with a compelling story to the candidate about why things will be better for him or her if they come to work for your company, don't you?
Yeah, and it's like we tell the employers, that why are so many of you talking at the candidates when you should be talking with the candidates? And the way you do that is with the story. Anybody can put up a job board posting or an employment classified ad in the paper, but that's just the cold, bare facts. And all they do is inform. It's when you bring in the art of the storytelling, like we do with our clients, that the emotional hook, the emotional connection gets involved, and that's what sells them on the idea of moving from where they're at to coming to your company.
Well, in fact, most of the time we get what's called a requisition. And this is a very clinically written description of what the employer wants in terms of the capabilities of a potential employee.
Yeah, we often fall asleep just reading that silly rec because there's no connection to it.
They stick them in newspaper ads and people scratch their head because there's really nothing there that tells them why their life would be any better going to work for XYZ Corporation.
Right, and one of the reasons that we use a lot of radio is because not only theater of the mind, but also because, just think of the setting. It's a one-on-one, intimate conversation between the employer and the driver and whoever else may be riding in the car into work that day or riding home.
Yeah.
Because it focuses and lets you concentrate on the message.
And it allows somebody to get a better picture not only of your company, but how they will be better off working for you.
Did I hear somebody say prove it?
Yes, please do.
Prove it. Let's do.
A holiday job message brought to you by Sears. I know Christmas is a couple of months away, but it's never too early to start enjoying those precious sounds of the holiday season.
All I want for Christmas is my front teeth. And I want a scooter. And I want a teddy bear. And I want a baseball bat. I want a football action figure. And I want a baby brother.
Ooh, we may not be able to do anything about that, but Sears wants you to know they can help you make things a little easier this year with a few extra paychecks. Sears is hiring.
That's a great example of the number one motivator in getting somebody to come work for you is answering the question, what's in this for me?
Yeah, it sounded authentic and believable.
Right.
But we have other examples, don't we?
Right. This one, in the second motivator, is how will I be seen by my friends, my colleagues, if I go to work at this position?
City wants to know, when's the last time you had fun at work?
Huh? What?
Doing fun things with your buds at lunch or after work.
Cheers.
Having office parties to celebrate special occasions.
Congratulations.
Decorating cubicles on birthdays.
Happy birthday.
People like working for Citi. Citi is recognized as one of the top financial services companies in the world. At Citi, you get great stuff like benefits starting day one, healthcare coverage, tuition assistance, 401k and on-site fitness center, and more. You really want to enjoy your job? Then come work for Citi. Right now, Citi cards.
We heard a great story today from the president of a software company who told us about a Facebook, one of his employees who uses Facebook to lord it over all his friends and colleagues who chose not to go to work where he's going to work. So everything new and great thing they do, he just pounces on it on Facebook.
It was all about his pride in working for that company and his accomplishments of that company. And I think we have an example of that as well, don't we?
We do, and even more so, it's the third one is, what does my job say about me as a person? I think what you're about to hear is a great example of that.
Do you want a job where you can make a difference? Each year in this country, 500,000 children are removed from abusive homes. Research shows 1 out of every 3 children will be the victim of sexual abuse. I decided I wanted to make a difference. So I took my protective services background and put it to work as a family care coordinator at the Children's Home Society of Florida. You can do it too. The Children's Home Society has immediate openings for family care coordinators and family support workers.
Okay, so to bring it all back together, the storytelling has to accomplish 3 goals.
3 big goals. What's in it for me? How will I be seen by others if I take this job? And what does taking this new position, moving my career to this company, what does it really say about me as a person?
You're right. And those 3 factors create a compelling recruitment ad because you're motivating the individual to come to work for you.
You're telling a story.
Telling a story. If you want to learn more about how Mitton Media can tell your story for you, please feel free to contact us at info@MITTONmedia.com. Stay tuned. We'll be talking about female executives rising to the top. That's next on the Jobs Pipeline radio program.